think we all are grateful.
All right, right now I'm going to check in with James Kelson, who was formerly of the FBI. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Paula.
Sir, can you explain to the American public how it is possible that 4 commercial airliners were hijacked in a several-hour period?
I don't think we can explain that right now, Paula. I mean, we'll be answering those questions in the future. I can tell you this, that everyone in law enforcement and the intelligence agencies prayed and hoped that something like this would never happen. It has happened. I thought the president gave a great speech tonight. I was particularly impressed. It's a bit redundant from the other speakers, but his discussion of there will be no difference between those that committed this horrendous act and those that supported, harbored, assisted this horrific act. I think that's a very, very key point. And as the days roll out, the United States, this great country we all live in, and the heroism that you saw on the streets of New York, I saw that day in and day out in smaller tragedies, and I'm sure we see that throughout the United States. But as the days wear on, the United States and the Allies, if they carry out what the President said, we'll be far better off for it.
If you would, sir, though, would you come back to the vulnerability that was exposed today? What is the significance that 2 planes were successfully hijacked from Boston? What is the significance of the fact that all 4 of these flights were cross-country flights?
Well, I mean, I think we can read into that, Paula. I don't know the answers. It would seem like the interesting and tragic thing is that people would give their lives that could also fly sophisticated airplanes, that they apparently could get on these airplanes through generally good screening techniques. I heard one report that they were carrying knives or box cutters, and that could be.
How do you get through security with box cutters on you?
Well, I'm not going to go into all the different ways that could happen, and I don't know exactly what happened. I don't think now is the time to try to figure that out. Obviously, people want to know that answer, but I think now let's concentrate on the dead, the families, those that are still alive in the rubble in New York, in the Pentagon, out in Pennsylvania. Let's work like crazy to find out who did this. That's what's going on right now. And let's bring those folks to justice. And let's do what the President said. Let's see no difference between those that did it and those that helped it, harbored it, assisted it. Let's do that.
If you would walk us through the process that begins tomorrow. Rescue workers still are not able to penetrate that perimeter area surrounding the World Trade Center because of falling debris, because of smoke. Walk us through what we can expect tomorrow.
More of the same. I mean, I think everybody is 24 hours a day now. I mean, I saw reports just a while back that close to 200 New York City firemen are missing. 40 or 50 New York City police officers are missing. And certainly all the people that are in the World Trade Center are missing. So there's been a valiant attempt already to save lives, and that'll continue.
All right, Mr. Kelson, thank you so much for your time this evening. Right now, Aaron and I are going to hand this back to Wolf, who continues to